My name's Evan Thrax. I play Shamash, a Dragonborn fighter.
I thought you were going to say something like Dragonborn whatever I'm playing. I have no clue anymore.
Yeah, I've gotten into so many different games, it's hard to keep track sometimes. Plus, I got my one-shot done.
Sweet.
You done?
Why?
It was
No.
so lengthy.
Yeah.
I lost myself in the depth of your character.
You,
He's still got something about his Geico dad.
you lose yourself in shallow areas. Depth has nothing to do with it.
I play Tamanuk, the verbally challenged Goliath shaman. I have a spirit companion named Boom, and I cast a lot of frost spells, and I will be the healer for this evening.
I'm Zaven, I'm Walian, I am a human bard. Not quite an atheist. I believe in the gods, but I do not worship them because I believe that all of their machinations have been what have caused the problems in the realms. So I am all about man doing things for himself to prove that we don't necessarily need the intervention of the gods.
Thank you, Lord Elrond. I love that introduction. That almost gave me some wood there. That was pretty good.
Anytime
I
they
have
can talk,
that
you almost
way.
get wood.
I'm playing like the Porcupine Tiefling. He's in search of dragon magic, old ways of the dragon, and specimens. Lots of specimens, please.
Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah.
Alright, I'm Heavy. I play Batista Xavier Washburn.
Oh my
14th,
gosh.
Human Paladin.
Do you really,
And,
Benjabum?
I have the recap for this evening. And
Do
I'll
you
be
really
your
want to
narrator.
do that, Benj? Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Xavier Washburn the 14th has the recap for tonight?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the bet couldn't be kept, I guess.
Okay,
Gave
well,
my money back.
Go ahead and start your go ahead and start the recap. I'm going to head to the grocery store, do some shopping, and I'll be back in about 30 minutes.
I was going to go ahead and download World of Tanks.
And I wanted to make sure that everyone in stream has at least 6 hours to spare before the game actually starts.
That is true. Yes.
Well, you guys are going to be so happy to hear this, but Benjabum is spending 750 experience points to make everybody switch characters for the night.
Oh no! Are you
I swear.
I want Malik.
I think that's April Fool's. It may be April Fool's.
Wait a minute. Let me check and see how many experience points I have.
Alright.
Maybe I'll do it.
No! I am so against this.
Benjabum.
Alright, here we go. This is a 2-week kind of mishap here. We had a little incident there where someone got his tooth pulled, and then he got a little cold, so we kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt there and gave him a break. Alright. The heroes returned to Loudwater, triumphant in their victory over the High Shaman and the Ogre King. The heroes had little time to celebrate. Once back in Loudwater, the people were worried about the cold blowing winds, for yet it was still midsummer. Upon making it back to the Green Tankard Inn, they were met by the leaders of the town. Lady
Benjabum,
Moonfire,
can I
Father
ask you to
Griffin,
save
and
that
Archmaid,
for another night?
All the Brazen.
Do you mind if I ask you to save that for another night,
Telling
bro?
them that the party, that this was a cycle storm, and that they must find out the source. But they would only have 2 days to prepare for their journey. So the group went ahead and tried to buy some winter clothes or warmer clothes and get their normal town business done. With little time to rest, though, the group met back at the Green Tankard Inn's penthouse, where Lady Moonfire awaited them. She gave them some advice.
Thanks,
and
Benj.
told them that she would try to protect them from the elements with a ritual spell that she had learned from her teachings in the Warlock.
I'd like to.
Which
I
you wanted us
definitely
to
want to
keep
do that, but I want to do it with a little bit of
The other
warning,
members-
though,
the other
Benjamin,
members, party
so I
members
can get all the actual
uh,
characters switched around and stuff. You know
worried
what I mean?
about this cold winds as well. You know, let's see where I leave off at the hush secret. The day they set off, the cold winds. It was colder than it was, but the warm clothes kept them warm. Let's see, and on the road towards further they got from Loudwater, the colder it got. Snow began to fall and the winds began to pick up. A storm started to build. Within hours, the weather had turned into a blizzard. The snow became a blizzard, and the group pressed on. Batista leading the way with his shield out, trying to block the cold winds. The strong winds even blew the shield out from the young paladin's hands. Tomanuk at home in the frigid winds, towering in the towering snow, helped steer the paladin straight, and the teaching straight throughout the treacherous abyss, and then would surely be certain demise. Wayland and Malek searched their minds for the arcana knowledge and historic information describing the coldness and enveloped them. Another hour had passed, and now the head was in full storm, and the group had to use all their might to fight through the cold blowing winds and the drifting snow. Along the way, the parties aided each other through sea, and nothing traversed could stop.
The winds are messing heavy up, I
Could not be
think.
slain by just snow, right? About another hour had passed. They could see the edge of the storm, and a great icy tower stood off in the distance. Now safe from the icy winds, the party was left on frozen soil and snow-covered hills that made it treacherous enough to even walk upon, which my character, Batista, had fallen. As Wayland stepped forward,
Oh, sorry
toward
guys,
the
I didn't
small
mean to hit
hills,
that.
the party found themselves in an ambush. Strange blue-skinned goblins attacked from top of the hills. Samash and Wayland rushed to the ramp to the south, where a handful of goblins had charged. Batista and Tomanuk fought off to the west, while Malek stood firm in the middle, focused on what seemed to be the blue-skinned leader, hammering him with a barrage of thunderbolts, never letting him have an opening. That seemed that the Dragonborn and the Bard took out the last of the goblins to the south, while the Paladin and the Goliath climbed the hills to the west. Upon reaching the top, Batista was able to grab hold of the leader and subdue him, with Tomanuk spearing him in the side, so that he would not hex the Paladin any further. Batista throwing him down to the waiting Tomanuk, which in turn threw down to Samash, who was waiting at the bottom. The goblin leader had one choice: to either help the party, or Samash would bite his throat out. After talking with the goblin leader for a while, Tomanuk decided that the goblin leader could not be trusted, so he made a nice, neat package out of the goblin with a length of rope to ensure they would not try anything. Now carrying the portable goblin, like Chewbacca and C-3PO, the party made their way to the base of the Draigdurroch Tower, the mighty ice-covered tower that stood off in the distance.
Very good, Abby. So, are you still carrying that ice goblin like a briefcase, or is it Shamash?
Mm-hmm.
Or Tomanuk is.
Tomanuk, yes.
Holy cow! So, for the character switch, we got to have a little bit more notice than just on a whim, because you got to switch everything up, and so tonight you guys are safe, but if anybody wants to do it, they just got to kind of let me know ahead of time so I can kind of prepare for it. So, but all right, so you guys are here on the Forgotten Realms map, and you guys are on the eastern edge of the Dire Wood. So I'm pinging the map where you guys are at, and You guys are basically just got done with the goblins, as Heavy just so illustriously described, and you guys have moved up to the tower. So I'm going to move you guys back to the tower map where we left off a couple weeks ago, and here we are. Alright, so as you guys can see here, there is a wall of ice which is directly due north of you. That basically is the ice that is basically encasing the entire tower. So here's the handout as well, and this is what you're looking at from your viewpoint right now. So you can see that the tower is actually what appears to be about 3 or 4 different levels, because you can kind of tell in the ice how many levels this tower is. And this isn't your typical circle tower either. You're able to kind of walk around the tower, walk around the sides, and you can see that this is actually a square type of tower. And so you guys get here. There's a road, well, a path up ahead. There's many types of statues and everything else that kind of line the actual paths leading up to what appears to might be a path leading up to an old door, and also a road that kind of goes from east to west, and it kind of goes off into the distance as well. So I read you guys a little excerpt last week. I don't think I'll go into it again this week, but you guys are basically here now. So what are you guys gonna do?
Look at the tower and run away.
Are the
You guys want to get back,
statues
huh?
the statues along the road, are they like frozen creatures, or are they actual statues?
No, they're actually creatures. Several appear to be gargoyle type. Several appear to be toads. Several appear to be demons. Well, what appear to be different types of demons. There's just a sort of like a hodgepodge. There's really no type of organization to the statues or anything like that. Not what you can see. I mean, just in plain view. So.
Okay, so I'm personally thinking that the owner of the tower froze some intruders and just decided to line them up outside as kind of a warning.
Garden knows.
Yeah.
The old owner of Draigdurroch, the warlock. That could be it. I don't know.
Can I do some detect magic on some of them?
Sure,
See if I
you
feel any
can do
magic.
like an arcane check. You can
Arcana
do, yeah, you can do an arcane check. You can do you can cast detect magic. You can do whatever your little heart desires, Melik.
Thunder
13 for arcana check on one of the statues. I'll do the white one here.
Yeah, they're. You don't think that you can't really detect anything or anything like that. You basically just think that they're nice, pretty stone statues for the most part. Oh yeah, they're statues.
So, are there only demons? No regular animals from this realm?
Well, no, there's really no animals per se, Crump. There's basically some toads, a couple demons. Usually, well, actually, the 4 inner ones there at the intersection, those appear to be a demon or devil type of statue. Then there's several different types of gargoyle statues that have the wings there, and then there are the actual frog statues or giant toad type of statues.
Would I, off the top of my head, know the toad creatures to be from this realm, or are they outer planar as well?
You can give me an arcane check. That was a good try, though, on the if you would know anything like that.
Can I use my nature check to try and remember the toads?
Absolutely.
From this realm
I'll let you do an arcane or a nature, whatever you prefer.
Let's have to look at my values real quick.
I love Heavy's name, Xavier Washburn the 14th. Batista Xavier Washburn. Holy shit, that is a huge name.
30.
That is, I guess that would be for a nature check. I see.
It is.
You know that these frogs aren't part of your old homeland, but these are just basic frogs that you've seen around the forest, and especially the dire woods that you've been around for a while now in Loudwater. You've seen these frogs before, but you don't think that the frogs don't get as large as the statues actually depict. But you also can sense that maybe there may be something more than meets the eye with these statues as well.
Poor little Eben. Poor Smash. His little token's so small.
Dragon
can we squeeze through these statues, or do we need to go around them?
No, you can walk through the sketch. Yeah, you can squeeze through the statues. I mean, there's really, you don't even have to squeeze through them. I mean, you can just walk through. You don't have to go around.
So do we want to just head to the front door, guys, or do we want to scope around the outside of the tower, see if there's any other entrances?
Just knock on the front door, see if Draigdurroch will answer the door. You know, just push the door.
I'll sing a little tune and make the ice break away and walk in.
Milkman here.
Land shark. Singing telegram.
U.S. Postal Service, I have an empty package for you.
Plastic.
Loudwater FBI.
Yeah.
We have an award for your arrest.
I got a plastic bag here with a we're sorry about losing your Ravenloft fucking box set. So yeah,
F-bomb.
Oh!
F-bomb. Yeah, you got me.
And this
Thanks.
finally off, David. What has happened to you?
What do you mean? What has happened to me?
You're able to restrain yourself for at least a few more minutes.
Yeah, that's true. Usually I am able to withstand. Usually I've gone full episodes without, dropping an F-bomb. So there you go. Everybody gets 5. Thanks for watching.
I want to search this pile of snow over here. See if this hills kind of looks kind of weird.
Which pile of snow are you talking about, Heavy?
I'll ping it right here. To
Sure.
the left.
Okay, go ahead and give me a search.
Dig through it. It's like in front of a bush.
Yeah, I see which one you're talking
What kind
about.
of search you want me to give you?
Just give me a perception roll.
A tongue lashes out and wraps around him.
I'm gonna have fun with this if he rolls high. Holy shit. Yeah, as you walk up to that snow hill, that little snow pile, you see a sword sticking out of it, Heavy. It looks like Excalibur. And you recognize it as a Holy Avenger.
Falls down dead. I'm coming to live.
Are you gonna pull it out?
If I see a beautiful sword, I'm gonna check.
There's
religion check on it real quick.
There's beams of radiant light beaming down on this thing. Yeah, give me a religion check. I'm gonna have fun with that.
Praying to God, you're like, holy.
I'm totally gonna have fun. I'm totally gonna have fun with this. Definitely gonna have fun with this. All right, my order has shipped from Amazon. Oh yeah, this is definitely a Holy Avenger. And it is about half of the sword is sticking out. It's a beautiful long sword, and it looks like it's probably in a rock under the snow. That's what the little pile of snow is there for, because it's actually covering the rock. So,
All right, clearing the rock, or clearing the snow from the rock there, and I'm grabbing me a sword.
all right. So yeah, there's a rock under it, and you can see that the sword is buried. It's like a finger in a butthole. It's like knuckle deep, dude.
Asses and elbows, I'm going in.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an athletics check or a strength check to see if you pull this bad boy out. If he rolls a 20, I am fucking up shit creek. I swear to God, if you roll a 20 heavy. Just kidding.
It's due, ain't it?
No, it isn't. You already had one called shot. I don't think that can happen again.
Close.
Yeah, you pull. You think you feel the sword budge a little bit heavy, and then it just kind of retracts back into the stone. Oh my God, that was close. A 19 out of 20. Holy crap.
Smash! Come over here.
Do I see any other weapons sticking out or anything like that in the snow? Or?
Sure, you see a staff of power.
Oh, God.
You see what appears to be a staff of power hanging out of this rock over here.
It appears there's a sword under this rock. I tried to lift it. I couldn't get it.
Forget that sword. Come over here and pull this staff out.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Mr. Creepy Professor likes people to pull his stuff.
Oh.
And then he likes to get the specimens as well. Don't forget that.
That's right.
Well, he's over here. Let me see that sword.
Well, seeing everyone splitting up, and Tamanuki's not trusting of these. Oh well, now Shamash came to the rescue, so never mind.
Heavy is just as you're fixing to wail on that sword again, it just kind of disappears. Poof. But the rock is still there, and the staff as well just kind of poof, vanishes into thin ice. So there's definitely something magical about this place.
Hey, I have protection from illusions.
Just mean, I tell ya.
One day, Heavy, you may have a Holy Avenger. One day, buddy.
But my staff of power, come on.
Baby steps, Melik. Baby steps.
Can I, well, these are goofing off. Can I make a perception check on one of these big white statues that seem to stand out?
Sure.
See if I can find something. Well, are they actually statues or are they also frozen creatures?
It appears to no, they're frozen. I mean, they're not frozen. They're made of stone. All of these statues are all made of stone.
Then
So
how did we decipher, or whomever did, that they were frozen creatures?
I didn't say they were frozen creatures per se.
You
I said
did.
that there's let me rephrase this. There is a layer of frost over these statues, and they are not literally creatures that are frozen. They are stone statues, and I could have swore I said statues to begin with. But of
You
course,
did
there's
say
a layer
statues,
of frost.
But then when we asked, you did say frozen creatures, but I guess frozen statues of creatures. would
Depicting
be-
creatures is what I meant.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry
Okay,
about that,
good.
Dominic.
Well, it's cleared out, and that's the important thing. Because now we know. And what was I supposed to do? Perception, right?
So what are you doing a perception roll for, actually?
I
Hey, what's
want
up,
to look
D&D
if
player?
something
Welcome to the
stands
channel,
out.
man.
Other than the size of the 4 statues. So I will begin
Like
with
levers or
a
buttons.
pretty much. I will begin with this, and then I don't know if you want to incorporate the roll I made into the one in the south to check if something is similar or not similar between those two.
Well, you can tell that the 4 statues in the middle here, they're pretty much about the same. They look to be the same.
And that's why I make a perception check, because I want to know if they are the same. 24.
Yeah, they're definitely the same.
Okay.
I mean, they have a little bit of, different colors and everything, but for the most part, they are basically the same identical type of statue.
Tamanuk will just look around with a puzzled face.
I'm confused too. So to the north is a wall, or is a path goes to a door in the wall?
Well, are you going up to the path itself, or
Well,
you're going up the path to the wall of ice, right?
yeah, I mean, those Wayland Smasher up there.
Yeah, it is. You can definitely see what looks to be a pretty large stone door, but there's about 10 to 15 feet of ice because of the way that the ice is and everything, and the reflection off of the ice. You're not able to tell if it's 10 or 15 feet, but there's a lot of ice there. So yeah, there's definitely 10 feet of ice at least between you and what appears to be a large stone door.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
that's
reach
what
up
I
here
said,
towards the
the
door and
behind the
stick my
ice.
tongue out and put my tongue on the frozen door.
Mm-hmm.
That's what one of the streamers said. Don't lick it.
That would be a reflex save, wouldn't it, Dave?
For licking the actual. Ooh man, I don't know if that would be reflex or will. Maybe it will.
Yeah, check for traps, make sure there's nothing around the ice.
But to get back on your perception check there, Tomanuk, you think that those statues could resemble through all the ice and everything, they could possibly maybe depict a Barlagora, which is a demon.
I'm guessing that name is in Supernal and would sound the same in Giant, so I will yell out that name towards Batista.
Tomik.
You know that they're a foul and a very savage creature, and they're also a minion of a Demogorgon as well. Basically the Prince of Demons, but hey.
Shamash is saying
Only the Prince of Demons.
I could use my dragon breath and thaw some of these things out so we could get better luck.
At the statue or the door or what?
Well, I'm just letting the group know and see what they say, where they want me to put it.
Hey, Malik goes to Smash and says, "Do not waste your dragon breath. I will use my magic."
Oh, you have magic?
I do.
Oh, thanks for showing up tonight, Malik. We forgot we had a wizard in the group.
Thanks.
Yeah, Tomik speaks of demons. It must be some of these statues.
Yes, I'm very. I'm thinking about these